Hello, I'm Jessica. This is Mary Beth. Today we have for you a Jivamukti open level class. We're going to start actually by chanting Om together. So we're going to chant 3 times. I'll start, and when you hear me start, you can just join right in. Om. So there are many things that make Jivamukti yoga, but one of those things is music. There's nothing more sort of universally human than music. Every culture has it, every part of the world has it, and even our own bodies make it, right? Our breath occurs in a rhythm, our heartbeat is rhythmic, the way we walk, the way we run is rhythmic. And so we connect to music in this almost indescribable way, in a way that we can't put into words necessarily. So I encourage you to play with some music in your practice. You can go ahead and turn on some music as we practice today. I would suggest using music that doesn't have a lot of English language lyrics, because you're going to want to also hear the instruction, and the brain can't do 2 things at once. And I also encourage you to be a bit adventurous in your music choices. So maybe pick a part of the world or a style of music or a tradition of music that you're not normally listening to on a day-to-day basis, and see how it affects your body and your mind throughout the practice. Okay, we're going to start in a downward facing dog. Let's practice Ujjayi breathing together. So inhale a breath through the nose, and then open the mouth and whisper a yeah, make that sound on the exhale. Inhale. And again, open the mouth and whisper that HA sound on the breath. Good. Inhale. And then keep the mouth closed, but make that same sound. On the inhale, try to make the same sound. I know it's a bit more challenging, but keep practicing in it and it will come. And exhale. Good. So keep that breath going. So notice how the breath, it has a rhythm to it, and the breath, it even has a sound to it. So the breath, in essence, is becoming a part of this symphony of experience that is the moving body, the moving breath, the music you're listening to, the whole thing coming together. Walk the feet forward towards the hands and fold forward over the legs. Press the hands down into the floor, even if the knees need to bend a little bit in order to do it. And keep that breathing going. So hear the sound of your breath, the breath almost becoming a part of the music. And then step the feet wide apart, bend the knees and come into a nice deep squatting position, hands together at the center of the chest. Good. Lift the chest, spread the collarbones. And then bring the hands down to the floor, raise the hips up and fold forward over the legs. Let the head hang, let the arms hang for a moment. Heel toe the feet all the way together. Tuck the chin into the chest and slowly roll all the way up to standing, 1 vertebra at a time, coming on up. Good. Preparing now for sun salutation. So take a step forward on your mat. Join the legs together. Arms start alongside the body. Exhale a full breath out. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms of the hands pressed together. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor beside the feet. Inhale, lift the head and the chest. Exhale, hop or walk back into Chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, move forward, extend the arms, lift the thighs, lift the knees. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. So practice that special breathing. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5, bend the knees. Inhale, hop or step the feet to the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, take the arms alongside the body. Again, inhale, reach up, palms of the hands press. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the earth. Inhale, lift head and chest. Exhale, hop or walk back, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5, bend the knees. Inhale, hop or step the feet to the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the arms. One more time like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, hop or step the feet to the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms alongside the body. Now as you inhale, bend the knees and reach the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to the earth, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift head and chest. Exhale, hop or step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the back heel down, lift up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back into your plank pose and lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, turn the right foot down, reach up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Again, both sides. Inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the back heel down, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands to the floor, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bend the knees. Inhale, hop or step feet to hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees and reach the arms up. Exhale, stand up, release the arms. One more sun salutation, this time Jivamukti style. Inhale, hook your thumbs, reach your arms up, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, swing the arms behind the back, lace the hands together, extend the legs. Inhale, hands to the floor, step the right foot back to lunge. Exhale, step all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, touch the knees, the chest, and the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, seat all the way back to the feet, then extend the legs, downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left foot follows the right foot, fold forward. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take the arms behind, lace the hands together. Inhale, hands to the floor, left foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes, seat back to the feet, then extend the legs. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot follows the left, fold forward. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back, straighten the legs. And exhale, stand up. Take the arms alongside the body. Hands onto your waist. Hopper, step your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, lift up the chest, gather the elbows back behind you. Exhale, fold forward and grab hold of the big toes with the peace sign fingers of the hands. Inhale, lift your head and chest, look forward, long arms, straighten the legs. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Pull up on the toes in order to pull your head closer to your legs. Now, I'm not going to count the breath the way I was in Surya Namaskar out loud anymore. So you make that rhythmic breathing an internal experience. You keep the breath going and you count the breath inside. Good. Inhale, look forward. Slide the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet. And as you exhale, fold forward. Straight legs. And again, try to pull the muscles of the upper legs up towards the hip creases. Pull the kneecaps up to the front of the legs. Good. Inhale, look forward. Release the hands out from underneath your feet. And step the feet just a little bit wider. Keep all 10 toes facing forward and come up onto the fingertips, just like Mary Beth is doing already. Straighten the legs, firm up the upper legs, and then keeping the hands the same, start to draw the elbows out to the sides, bringing the top of the head to reach down towards the floor. So legs are a little bit wider than the other forward folds, and the elbows are reaching out to the sides to take you deeper into your forward bend. The legs are really strong here, so don't let the legs just sort of hang out. You're firming up those upper leg muscles to keep the legs strong and trying to lift the backs of the legs ever higher up to the ceiling. Good. Good. As you inhale, lift your head and your chest, look forward. Exhale, hands on your waist. Inhale, stand all the way up. And exhale, join the legs and the feet together. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to the floor, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and the chest. Exhale, hop or walk back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the back heel down, lift up, warrior one. Exhale, open the hips and arms to the side, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the right leg, and exhale, reach all the way out to the right for triangle pose. Right hand down, left arm up. Good. Keep the breath going. Left arm reaches straight up, one long line from right wrist to left wrist. And try to draw the shoulder blades a bit away from the ears so the back of the neck stays long. Firm up the upper legs, strong legs here. On your inhale, lift all the way up to standing. Exhale, bend the right knee. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Good. Have the right kneecap pointing same direction as the right toes, front and center. And lift the center of the chest to stretch the arms open a little bit more. Arms parallel to the floor. On the inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee. Place the right hand down outside of the right foot and reach the left arm all the way over the left ear for extended side angle. Reach the outer edge of the back foot down into the floor and then lengthen the left elbow, left wrist, left fingers. So feeling the whole left side seam of the body unzipping and waking up. And then spin the left side of the chest even higher up to the ceiling. Keep right leg and right arm pressing together. On your inhale, bring both hands to the floor. Step right into a plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, step the left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open hips and arms, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Keeping both legs straight, reach out to the left for a triangle pose, Trikonasana. Good. Keep breathing here. Open up the chest, open up the arms. Good. Try to expand both sides of the waist. Yeah. On the inhale, lift all the way upright. Exhale, bend the left knee, Virabhadrasana 2. Good. Shoulders positioned right over the hips. Lift the center of the chest, spread the arms. Good. Inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee. Take the left hand down outside of the left foot. Right arm reaches all the way overhead. Left knee presses into the left arm and use that connection between the two limbs to spin the hollow part of the right armpit a little bit higher up to the ceiling. And then stretch all the way from the right fingers to the outer edge of the right foot, extended side angle. On the inhale, bring both hands to the floor, step into plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So let's try something together in your downward facing dog. So a lot of us tend to just push the heels down in our downward facing dog, no matter what. But for today's practice, I want us to try something a little bit different. So lift both of your heels high up, come way up onto the balls of the feet. As you lift your heels up, you might feel the inner arches of the feet lifting up, the inner ankle bones lifting up. Maybe you can feel the energy of the lower legs, even the muscles of the upper legs lifting up. And I want you to keep some of that upward moving energy. You're going to slowly start to descend the heels towards the floor, but the moment you lose that upward energy, you've gone too far. So try that again. Lift your heels up, gather up all of that upward moving energy, and then slowly start to descend the heels, but don't go so far that the energy of the legs sort of drops. So you're going to keep gathering all that upward moving energy in from the perspective of the legs. Okay, as you inhale, step the right foot between the hands. And then as you exhale, lower the left knee down onto the floor. Inhale, lift your trunk up, lift your arms up, get ready to twist. Exhale, twist to the right side. Hook the left upper arm outside of the right knee. Now the hands could go in a prayer position, or for today's practice, if you want to make some other shape with your arms, you're welcome to. Then tucking the left toes under, start to extend back through the left leg for standing spinal twist. Good. And then open up from the right armpit to the right hip crease so that you're not sort of gathering up that side of the waist. Try to push the left arm into the right leg to twist a bit deeper, almost as if you're trying to bring your chest up to meet the base of your thumbs. And then see if by turning the head to look over the right shoulder, you can deepen that twist in the upper body. Good. Bring both hands to the floor. Keep both legs situated the way that they are now. So don't move the back foot in, even though sometimes we do that for the next pose. Start to straighten the right leg. But again, resist the urge to move the back foot for now. So keep the feet in this nice long stance. Square the hip creases towards the front of the room. And then fold forward over the right leg. Pressing your hands either into the floor or into two blocks, push your hands forward against the resistance of the sticky mat. So even though you can't see Mary Beth's hands moving, it's as if she's trying to scrub her hands forward against the sticky mat. At the same time, you're dragging your right foot back against the resistance of the sticky mat, even though the right foot is also not moving. So nothing is moving, but from inside your body, it feels like your hands are pushing forward, and from inside your body, it feels like your right foot is trying to drag back. Okay, inhale, bend the right knee. Now hop the back foot in a little bit closer so you can get both heels down onto the floor. Straighten both legs again. Inhale, look forward. Straighten the arms. Exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Parsvottanasana. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Try to straighten that front knee. Keep turning the upper body towards the right leg. 2. Good. Grounding down through the back heel. Don't let the back heel come up. Good. As you inhale, lift your head and your chest, look forward. Exhale, bring your hands onto your waist. Inhale, stand all the way up. And then as you exhale, bring the hands behind the back, either to secret prayer, so with the palms of the hands together and the fingers pointing up between the shoulder blades, or if that's not happening, you can grab hold of opposite wrists or opposite elbows. Inhale, lift up the chest. Take a little back bend around your fingers. Exhale, fold forward over the right leg, Parsvottanasana. Good. And even as we're folding forward, can you shrug the upper arm bones higher up away from the floor, broadening across the front of the chest? On a big inhale, lift all the way upright. Exhale, release the arms. Bring your right hand onto your right waist, reach the left arm up. And then as you exhale, take the left hand all the way forward and down for rotated triangle. Left hand can press into the floor, or you can hold on to the right leg there. Reach the right arm up. Good. If the balance is tricky for you here, you can keep looking down at your right foot. Otherwise, start to shift the gaze towards the wall in front of you or towards your right hand even. And inhale, both hands to the floor. Bend the right knee. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot between the hands. Exhale, lower the right knee down to the floor. Inhale, lift the trunk up, lift the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left side. So use the right upper arm pressing against the left leg to move a bit deeper into the twist. Then once the upper body and the twist is all set up, then you can start to extend the right leg, standing spinal twist. Beautiful. So again, try to open up from the armpit to the hip crease on the left side. Open up the chest, move the chest up towards the base of the thumbs. And then last piece, turning the head to look over the left shoulder to see the ceiling. Yeah. Inhaling, bring both hands to the floor. Keep both feet where they are. Exhale, straighten the front leg. So again, keep that right foot back where you had it for standing spinal twist. Square the hip creases to the floor and fold forward. And then pressing the hands into the floor or into your blocks. Again, the hands, they're pushing forward even though they're not moving. And the left foot is drawing back even though it's not moving. So there's a lot of dynamic action here, but even though there's no movement. Okay, inhale, bend the left knee. Step the back foot in a little bit closer. Anchor both feet down onto the floor. Inhale, look forward. Straight legs, straight arms. Exhale, fold forward. Good. What's happening with the breath? Check in with the breath now and see that the breath is still moving in that rhythmic fashion and that the inhales sound and feel like the exhales. Good. Inhale, lift the head and the chest, look forward. Exhale, hands on your waist. Inhale, lift all the way upright to a standing position. Exhale, take the hands behind the back, either secret prayer or grab hold of opposite forearms behind the back. On the inhale, lift up your chest, arch back a little, as if to find a back bend around your hands and your arms. Exhale, fold all the way forward over the left leg, Parsvottanasana. Good. And again, try to move the roundest part of the upper arm bone up and back. Palms of the hands pressing together if there's a secret prayer happening. Good. On the inhale, lift all the way upright. Exhale, release the arms. Bring your left hand onto your waist. Reach the right arm up. And then as you exhale, take it all the way forward and down. Rotated triangle or Pavrita Trikonasana. Reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Keep pressing down through the center of the right heel to keep your balance. Notice the more ambitiously you try to twist, the more the legs will try to twist with you. But don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. So keep the legs and the hips nice and steady and just work on twisting from the navel up towards the crown of the head. Inhale, bring both hands to the floor. Exhale, step all the way back, downward facing dog. Good. Bring the legs and the feet together. Inhale forward to a plank pose. Exhale onto the right hand and the outer edge of the right foot for side plank or Vashisthasana. Left arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Good. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale onto the left hand, outer edge of the left foot. Flex both feet. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze the legs together. 2. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest, and the chin down to the floor. Inhale, slide forward into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, seat all the way back to the feet, then extend the legs, downward facing dog. Good. So let's again practice sort of harnessing some of that upward energy of the legs. This time though, we're gonna go about it a little bit differently. We're gonna do one leg at a time. So leave the left leg as is, lift the right heel up, keep your right leg straight, and lift your right heel up. And again, feel that leg sort of moving up and in towards the hip socket, towards the hip crease. And then keep your hip lifting, keep your leg active. Start to descend the heel down, but keep the muscles of the upper leg nice and active. Inner arch lifting, inner ankle lifting. And then you might feel the difference between the two legs at this moment. And then lift the left heel up. Good. Send the left leg up towards the left hip crease. Good. And then keep that upward lifting energy of the leg. Just start to descend the heel down. But again, keep harnessing all of that lift of the inner arches, inner ankles, shin bones, even the muscles of the upper legs, even the hip bones. Okay. Bend the knees and look forward. Hopper, step your feet between your hands. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, stand up, release the arms. Turn to face the right-hand side and step the feet wide apart. Turn the toes a bit in towards each other, heels a bit out, hands on your waist. Inhale, lift up the chest. Draw the elbows back behind you. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands onto the floor between the feet. Inhale, take a breath to look forward. Lengthen the arms, lengthen the back. And then as you exhale, fold forward, bring the crown of the head towards the floor, even if it doesn't touch the floor yet. So there's sort of a similar thing happening in the hands here as we had done with one leg at a time forward, which is to say that the hands are pressing forward against the sticky mat in order to bring the top of the head closer to the floor. On your inhale, lift your head and your chest, look forward. Exhale, hands grab your waist. Inhale, lift all the way upright to a standing position. Good. Exhale, take the arms behind the back and interlock the fingers. Inhale, lift up the chest, draw the upper arm bones more behind. Exhale, fold all the way forward, arms reaching away from the back as the top of the head reaches down towards the floor. Good. In this one, try to notice if your weight is way back in your heels, and be brave. Bring some weight a little bit more forward towards the center of the foot. It can be challenging because since our hands are off the floor, it can challenge our sense of direction in order to bring some weight forward, but try not to hang way back in the heels here. Okay, inhale, lift all the way upright to a standing position. Exhale, hands grab the waist. Last times like this, inhale, lift up the chest, point the elbows back. Exhale, fold forward. This time you can reach out and grab hold of the big toes with the peace sign fingers of the hands, or you can hold on to the ankles instead. Inhale a breath, look forward, and exhale, fold forward. Draw the elbows out to the sides, top of the head reaches down. Inhale. Exhale, good. Outer and inner edge of the foot pressing down into the floor evenly. Elbows can bend out to the sides to take you a little bit deeper. On the inhale, lift your head and your chest. Exhale, hands grab your waist. Inhale, lift all the way upright. Exhale, step or hop the feet together. Good. And then turn to face the front of your mat again, but you can actually stay more towards the middle of your mat. So you have a little room in front of you and a little room behind you for now. Bend the left knee into the chest. And then you're going to grab hold underneath the left leg with both hands. Lift the center of the chest and move the arm bones back. As you exhale, flex the left foot and extend the left leg forward. Good. Inhale, point the foot and bend the knee. Exhale, flex and extend. Inhale, point and bend. Exhale, flex and extend. Now leave your leg extended and leave your left foot flexed, even if you sometimes do another thing. And then reach the arms up. Good. Try to balance here and stay as upright as possible. It can be tempting to lean back, but try to haul your shoulders really up over your hips. Now, straighten both legs as much as you can. You're going to try to keep both legs straight as you swing the left leg through the midline and take it back into a warrior three shape. Arms can reach alongside the body. Good. Okay, now, keeping both legs straight, see if you can swing the left leg all the way through the center without touching the floor and lift all the way back up to the previous position. Good. This is really challenging. And make sure that you're not sort of bending the left knee in order to come through center, or you're not swinging it around and taking a side route. But try to push down so hard into the right foot that you can just carry that left leg right through center. Let's do it. Good. Yes. And then hold your warrior three here. Good. Good. Both legs stretching, extending. Move the upper arm bones up away from the floor so the shoulder blades moving together. And then stand all the way upright, bring the feet together. Good. And then release for a moment. We'll try the other side together. So bend the right knee into the chest. Grab hold under the right upper leg with both hands. Lift the chest, move the upper arm bones back. Exhale, extend the right leg, flex the right foot. Inhale, point the foot and bend the knee. Exhale, flex and extend. Inhale, point and bend. Exhale, flex and extend. Now keep your knee extended and keep your foot flexed. Reach the arms up. Good. Super strong standing leg. Super strong right leg. Can't help itself. And then try to notice if you're leaning back and see if you can sit up and forward even taller on your standing leg. Now again, keep both legs super duper straight. And in fact, press the left foot down harder in order to carry the right leg all the way through the middle into warrior three. Good. So the key is being able to press down into the standing foot so hard that you can carry your leg all the way through the middle. Go ahead and bring it all the way forward again. Okay, try that again. Keeping both legs super, super straight. Take it all the way back. And then last time on this side, take it all the way forward again to the previous position. And last time, carry your right leg right next to your left leg without setting it down. Warrior three. Breathe in your warrior three. Energy of the chest is reaching forward. Energy of the right leg is reaching back. Arms reaching back. Wrists and fingers extending. And then lift all the way upright. Bring the feet together and relax. Whew, not easy. Okay. So bend the left knee into the chest again. This time, we're going to take a belt hold on this side so that you can use the belt. So take your wrist right through the loop of the belt and then hold the sides of the belt there. Perfect. So stand up tall, and then as you extend the left leg forward, keep the chest lifting and keep the left shoulder moving back and down. Your right hand could go to your waist here. Beautiful. Standing leg nice and straight. Sit up even taller. Crown of the head lifts. Beautiful. And then start to carry the leg open to the side. Awesome. Good. Carry the left leg all the way forward. Bend the left knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze into the chest and then release. So if the belt was helpful for you on the second side, use the belt again just the same way. Otherwise, you can bend the right knee into the chest, grab hold of the right big toe with the peace sign fingers of the right hands, and then extend the right leg forward out in front of you. Good. Plug the right shoulder back and down. Lift the center of the chest. Standing legs super duper straight. Good. And then start to carry the leg open to the side. Good. Standing up nice and tall. Chest lifts. And then carry the right leg forward. Bend the right knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze. And release. Set the feet together. Okay. Come into a child's pose. So we're going to work on headstand or Shirshasana next. We're going to work on it in 3 stages. So even if you know headstand really well and it's a consistent part of your practice, try these phases with us because it's going to lead up to some variations. So start by clasping the hands together into one fist. Narrow the elbows a little bit narrower than the width of the round part of the upper arm bone. Take the head to the floor right behind the hands, and then tuck the toes under and lift the knees up away from the floor. You can step the feet in a little bit closer, but keep both feet on the floor for this particular variation. So for this variation, I'm going to have you lift your heels high up, just like we did in that downward dog variation earlier in the class. You can feel how strongly the legs are working and look how much higher the hips are lifting. And then push the heels down again. Again, lift the heels up. Let the legs lift up. Let the hips lift up. And then push the heels down. Pause for a second. I also want you to pay attention to the back of your upper body. So as you lift your heels up, also lift your shoulders and your back up. So the energy of the legs is going up, but also the energy of the back is going up. And then press the heels down. Do that 3 more times on your own. Lifting the heels up, lifting the shoulder blades up, and down. Lifting up. Good. And coming down. And last one. Awesome. And come down and rest for a moment. So that's a very strengthening exercise, especially if you're newer to headstand practice. That is a great way to work to build up the strength of the abdominal muscles and of the legs, and to build up the strength of the back and the shoulders to help you maintain your headstand practice. The second phase, we're going to come back up into that same half headstand shape. So place the head behind the hands. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up. So starting in that same shape. Walk the feet a little bit closer. Now we're going to play with one leg at a time. So for this practice, lift one leg up. Whichever leg is on the floor, lift that heel high up. Lift as high up onto the tippy toes as you can without letting the toes leave the floor. Even if you can lift it up, don't lift it up. And then press your heel down. And then put your lifted leg down and switch legs. So one leg goes up. Then lift the opposite heel high. Lift all the way up onto the skin of the tip of the big toe, but don't let it leave the floor. And then come down. Do the other leg. Right leg lifts halfway up. Good. And then lift the left heel as high up as you can without letting your toes leave the floor. And then press your left heel down and return your right foot to the floor. Left leg lifts up. Right heel lifts high, 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 high without leaving the floor. And then both feet down again. Good. Repeat that again on each side. Lift, 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 lift. And lower. Good. Lift, 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 lift. And lower. And then come down to rest. If headstand practice is a bit newer for you, you totally have the option of sticking with one or the other exercise that we've already been working on. So you're welcome to keep both feet on the floor and keep working on lifting those heels up and lowering them down, or you can try working one leg at a time without letting either foot leave the floor. Otherwise, here's part 3. Stretch the arms forward, interlock the fingers together into a fist. Touch the head to the floor behind the hands. Lift the knees up off the floor. This time we're going to walk the feet in Bending one knee into the chest, two knees into the chest. We're going to lift all the way up into Shirshasana headstand practice. So again, we're going to work with this one leg at a time idea. So start to bring the right leg down towards the floor. There's going to be a moment where you'll feel like if I take the right leg any lower, I'm just going to tip over. It's just going to take me down to the floor again. When that happens, you reach the left leg up even more energetically and see if just by reaching the left leg up higher, you could lower the right leg down a little bit lower. Yeah. And then bring the right leg up. Take the left leg about halfway down. You're going to feel like, oh, if I go any further, it's just going to take me to the floor. So when that happens, reach up even more through the right leg. And just by energizing the right leg up, see if you can take the left toes a bit closer to the floor. Maybe you can even touch the tip of the toe to the floor. Yeah, there we go. And then lift all the way up. And do that again on each leg. So again, find that spot. As you reach up through the lifted leg more, the lowered leg can descend. So it's kind of, yeah, you can keep going. It's kind of counterintuitive. Sometimes we think that in order to take the leg down, we have to go down. But in order to take the leg further down, we actually have to go up with the lifted leg more. Do one more time each side and feel that dynamic of reaching the legs in opposite directions. Yeah, good. Good. And then come down to rest when you're finished. Okay. We're going to move to the wall for a moment. So go ahead and take your mat over to a spot on the wall. Okay, so we're going to play with this experience of taking one leg at a time, this ekapada feeling into a handstand practice. Now, I wanted you to feel it in headstand first because for most of it, it's a bit more stable. We can hold our headstand a little bit longer before we take it into handstand, which is, of course, a little more challenging. So find some space on the wall and go ahead and kick up into your handstand at the wall. Yeah. Once your heels find the wall, then just like we did in headstand, you're going to take the right leg down until you feel like, oh, if I go any further, it's just going to tip me right away from the wall. Then you're going to reach up with the left heel even more. And then what might happen is you might find that moment or two, that breath or two, where the left heel is actually up off the wall and you're balancing. Let's try it again. So kick up into your handstand. Once your heels find the wall, then take the left leg as far forward and down as you can. And then when you're as far forward as you think you can bring it, reach the right leg up more. Go up with the right heel, up with the right leg. And maybe the heel will come a little bit away from the wall and you could find a little bit of a balance, even if it's just for a split second for now. Okay, come on down. So most of us are usually so concerned about sort of getting up to the wall that that this might be kind of that this is kind of a different way of looking at handstand balance. There's something about taking the leg away from the wall that actually helps to tip the center of balance in a particular direction so that you might be able to feel that up and down feeling, that vertical feeling. Again, even if it's only for a moment or two now, and then with time, you'll increase that timing. Let's try it once again on each side. So taking the heels up to the wall. Once you find the wall, take the right leg forward and down, almost trying to get to that 90-degree shape that we've been practicing throughout the practice. And then, yeah, maybe the left heel floats a little bit away from the wall and you can balance for a moment or two. Good, and then come on down and we'll do the other side. So lifting up, finding the wall first, and then take the left leg forward and down. And then when it's about where it's gonna go, then reach up through the right heel more, up through the right leg more. And just by reaching up through the lifted leg, maybe you can find that balance. Yeah, okay, super. And come on down, take a rest. Okay, we're gonna move back to the middle of the room now. Okay, go ahead and come back into your downward facing dog. Okay, so moving into back bending now. Inhale forward into a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale forward to a plank pose. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest, and the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward into cobra pose. Exhale, touch the forehead down to the floor. And bring the arms alongside the body, palms of the hands facing up to the ceiling. On the inhale, lift the head, the chest, and the legs up for Shalabhasana, locust pose. Reach back through the legs, lift the shoulders up and back. Press the backs of the hands down. Keep breathing. And slowly release. Bending the knees, reach back, catch hold of the ankles. If it's not possible to catch the ankles yet, or if that bothers your knees, just repeat Shalabhasana, the pose we've just come from instead. On the inhale, kick your heels away from your buttocks. Lift up, Dhanurasana. Good. And then slowly release down. Turn the head to one side. You can rock the hips a little bit side to side. We'll do that one a second time. Bend the knees, reach back, catch hold of the ankles. And on the inhale, lift up as much of the body as can lift up away from the floor. And exhaling, release down. Turn the head to the other side. Rock the hips a little bit side to side. Okay, turn all the way over onto the back. Set the feet onto the floor. Lift the hips up. Lace the hands behind the back into a fist. Move the upper arm bones even closer together behind the back. Good. Lift the chest towards the chin, but then let the neck be soft. And then separating the hands, release the back down onto the floor. Place the hands on the floor next to the ears, preparing for Urdhva Dhanurasana, or upward facing bow. If you would rather repeat half wheel, the one with the arms behind the back, you're welcome to go back to that one. So go ahead, press down into the hands and feet, lift all the way up. Amazing. Let the back of the neck relax, so just have the ears hanging between the upper arms. And then bring the chin to the chest. Slowly release the upper, middle, lower back down onto the floor. Take a couple of breaths here. We're going to take 2 more for a total of 3. So place the hands and feet in position. And on the inhale, go ahead, lift all the way up. Good. Bring the chin to the chest. Slowly release upper, middle, lower back. Take a couple of breaths. And get ready. 3rd time's a charm, as the saying goes. On the inhale, lift all the way up. And bring the chin into the chest. And slowly release down, and then hug the knees into the chest. Take both of your knees over to the left side of your body as you look to the right. Arms can stretch out into a T shape, looking over the right shoulder towards the right hand. And then bring the knees all the way up into the chest and take the knees the other way. To bring the knees into the chest, and then come on up to a seated position and extend the legs forward out in front of you and fold forward for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. And the breath still strong and in that rhythmic sense, even with one another. So inhales lasting as long as the exhales, inhales as sonorous as the exhales. And then lifting up to a seated position, we'll set up for shoulder stand practice, Sarvangasana. So we'll take a blanket and just spread it across the middle of the mat here. We'll take the sticky mat and fold it right over that blanket so that we have a nice surface to work with. And then go ahead and lay back, shoulders on the mat, on the sticky mat, and the head should be free. The head is on the floor. Then go ahead and swing the legs all the way up overhead, hands to your back. Good. Reach up through the legs, so strong legs. And then let's try once again this sort of one leg at a time dynamic. So bring the right leg about halfway forward and down towards the floor. Reach up more through the left foot and the left leg. And through reaching up more through the left leg, see if you can bring your right toes a bit closer to the floor. And then lift all the way up. And switch your legs. So left leg lowers about halfway down as far as you can take it. And then reach up through the right leg even more and see if you can descend the left toes a little bit closer to the floor. And then come all the way up. Do one more time each side on your own, feeling that simultaneous sort of ascending and descending action in the legs. Great. And then once you joined the legs together, again, bring both legs behind the head for plow pose, halasana. Arms can go behind the back, interlocking the fingers together. Push the thigh bones up away from the face, extending the legs. And then pressing the palms of the hands down into the floor, bending the knees, slowly, slowly roll down out of your shoulder stand. And then we'll unfold the mat and put the blanket to the side. And after shoulder stand, we like to take fish pose as a counter pose. So laying down on your mat on your back, bring the arms close to the sides of the body, press the forearms and the elbows down into the floor, lifting the chest up, bring the top of the head all the way back to touch the floor behind you, gazing back towards the wall behind, legs extending out in front of you. And then lift the chin into the chest. And slowly release down for a moment. And then bend the knees into the chest and roll to whichever side you have more room. Come on up to a seated position. And we'll set up for meditation practice. So have a comfortable seat. If you're not comfortable sitting on the floor or on your blankets or your blocks, then have a seat on a chair if that's better for you. And sitting up tall, allow the eyes to close. Keep the outer body still, eliminating any fidgeting or voluntary movements. And even as we settle into stillness, you might notice that there's, of course, still movement going on. The movement of the breath in the body. Feel the particular rhythm of the breath in this moment. Maybe you can notice if it's a bit faster or slower than usual. Noticing if the inhale goes right into the exhale, right into the inhale, or if there's a little bit of a pause at the bottom of the exhale. Again, don't try to change it or breathe in a particular way, but just observing the breath as it is in this moment. And then see if underneath the movement of the breath, maybe you can feel the heartbeat or even the circulation of blood in the body. Try to feel the pulsation of blood. And underneath the heartbeat or the pulsation of blood, even more subtle, see if you can detect the pulsation of the nervous system, the electrical impulses of the body. Focus on those three things: the movement of breath, circulation of blood, and the pulsation of electricity. And we'll close the class the same way we started, with 3 ohms. So I'll begin, and you can just join right in when you hear it. Please feel free to lay down and take a 10-minute Shavasana, or even longer if you'd like. We're going to leave you here. Thank you to Mary Beth for demonstrating. Thank you all for practicing.